We're in Cooperstown, and today we are going to be taking you guys on a facility tour of Baseballism. It's the first ever store location that they've had, and we're also going to be taking one lucky baseball player that we find today on a shopping trip, as well as giving away some baseball gear from Baseballism to you guys.
Welcome to Baseballism. Nice to meet you. I'm Kaz.
Nice to meet you. I appreciate it. I'm excited for the tour. The place is awesome.
Of course.
We got our official Baseballism map, and this seems pretty cool.
So let me give you guys a little explanation about the map. The map shows just stores we have over across the United States. First store over here on the East Coast, we got Baseballism Cooperstown, which is one of the first Baseballism to ever be made, and then the brand expanded from there all the way to the West Coast, San Francisco, Irvine, and Scottsdale, and then we have our headquarters up in Portland.
This Baseballism, this is the only other Baseballism I've been to. I've been to the Old Town one. It's actually pretty close to where I live. As a kid, being in Arizona, I remember when that store got made, so I was super excited about it. But the map is cool, again, being able to show it all. And then you guys also have Baseballism stores at MLB stadiums as well.
We do, so we offer pop-ups at different MLB stadiums. Being from New York, a Yankees guy, I wish we would have one at, in the Bronx, but we don't. But yeah, we do a lot of Baseballism pop-up shops across. We have them at spring training, and right now, we're actually doing a pop-up Baseballism at the College Baseball World Series, so which is pretty cool.
Sick. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we got them in stadiums as well. And out of these, I mean, again, so I've been to Scottsdale, Cooperstown. I gotta say, the Cooperstown one is pretty cool. This facility is huge. On the whole atmosphere in Cooperstown, again, being at like All-Star Village and being like walking around the area, everything's baseball, and it just kind of feels like this whole baseball experience. So again, super, super cool. I'm excited to show you guys the rest of the facility because we got all of the Baseballism merch that we are wearing. We have our youth section, and these are kind of the newest collections.
So these are the newest collections. So let's talk about them. We have Batter Up Bakery. You pair them with the shorts. We also got a shirt to go with those.
I've seen probably about 50 kids at All-Star Village just wearing the combo too. Yeah, I love when it's like the matching combo too. And then
Doubles and Bubbles pink. Doubles Bubbles banana. We also got some shorts.
Everything
going banana color. If the kids, kids like to match, so we like to make the clothing for them to try those on and be themselves.
So as a kid, Baseballism was probably like the #1 baseball apparel company that I wore a lot. So it's been super cool to be able to actually like come here and make this video. This one is probably the potential hat that we're gonna be doing a giveaway with. So we're gonna do a giveaway in the video for you guys, but also we're gonna do one here in person for one baseball player, whoever potentially the first baseball player that comes in is. All right, so we got the youth section. And then the other thing that goes hand in hand with baseball players is baseball moms.
Yes.
So I feel like you guys do a really good job of making, again, not only for like baseball players, but really for like ball players, but it can be worn by anybody. But the moms collection, this is probably the number1 thing that I saw while at All-Star Village being in Cooperstown, is the amount of moms wearing Baseballism.
I think the mom section is great in Baseballism just because, we all were little kids and we were trying to go to ball games and travel, and your mom was the one that was driving you, taking you up with your friends and dropping you off. So just Baseballism showing the love for the moms out there is pretty special, I believe, in our brand.
Yeah, I think as a player, I want to give a huge shout out to my mom. Baseballism is definitely, I think that like, she might even be a bigger Baseballism fan than I was. I think she's got like all the different like Arizona spring training shirts and stuff. So she loves it. She was excited for this video.
It's pretty
just
cool.
Like I am.
All right, so one of the coolest, I believe personally to me, things we have here in Baseballism is the signed flag man. To honor Babe Ruth's swing and have some of these Hall of Famers come in here and sign this is pretty impressive, especially being in Cooperstown where the Hall of Fame is. This is one of the best pieces we have. So let's talk about some of these signatures and some of these guys that came in here and signed this. We'll start off with Rod Carew, Hall of Famer. We have Tom Glavine. We have Luis Gonzalez, Raleigh Fingers signed up there. We have Michael Gerdyer, Gary Sheffield, Matt Holliday, CeCe Sabathia, Fred McGriff. We have Jake Arrieta, Juan Pierre is up here. And then one we don't talk about a lot, shout out Jenny Finch for coming in here last year, U.S. gold medalist, softball. And then, let me see, we have Ryan Sandberg and Josh Reddick. So those are just some of the few guys that came in here and signed this flag, man.
Super cool. And do you have this at like every location, or is this just a Cooperstown?
This is just a Cooperstown specific thing, just because we have the Hall of Fame induction that comes here every year. this is something we keep close to Cooperstown and close
Very
to our
cool.
baseballism.
Do you know how many signatures are on it, like total?
I do not.
Because I was gonna say, there's some pretty good ones. Yeah,
There's some pretty good ones.
I was gonna say the Rod Carew one is super cool. CC Sabathia.
Sabathia's
Some pretty good players on the wall. So pretty cool, like extra feature that I feel like you guys have that makes it, again, kind of brings the whole like Cooperstown experience.
Yep.
It feels like its own world.
Yeah,
Like
it
coming
does,
from
it
Arizona
does.
to here, it kind of feels like Cooperstown and All-Star Village, all of it is like its own world. And it's pretty cool, so very cool feature. So one of my all-time favorite things when it comes to baseball is baseball hats. When I was in high school, I actually worked at a hat store and I spent all my money on more hats. So over here we have all of the caps, and there's some here that I've never seen before. So not only is there a lot that like I have seen as far as like the Griffey one, but there are some like different ones that I've never seen before. So out of all of like the hats that you guys carry, do you have a personal favorite hat?
My favorite hat, honestly, I would just pay my respect to Roberto Clemente for being just a great baseball player on and off the field. You know, his support back to his hometown, giving back to his, you know, rest in peace and my condolences to his family. But I think he was just a great guy, and this hat just, I feel like, represents what a guy Roberto Clemente was. So I'd say Roberto Clemente is one of my favorite hats here.
Yeah, I think like the Roberto Clemente Award. And I think the fact that you guys again like have Roberto Clemente, we also have Tony Gwynn. I like that you guys also have like him as a coach, him as a player, and then obviously you have the Ken Griffey, which is probably one of like, I'm assuming the bestseller. I mean, the shirt's amazing. It's got to be like the #1 baseball shirt. But I do love like the range of different styles that you guys have. One of the ones I hadn't really seen yet was actually this one. You want to tell me a little bit about that one?
So this one is our Aloha Hawaii collection. So we have hats and we also have some shorts and a shirt that goes with this. So this is also part of the Doubles and Bubbles collection and also part of the Batter at Baker collection. So this is just a new collection we added to Baseballism this summer.
I think the two that I've seen the most recently, and of course we got the pink, is the Doubles and Bubbles collection, which I'm wearing, which is one of my favorites. And then the bakery one has also been spotted quite a lot. So this is one of my favorites, also matches the shoes. So shout out the Bubblegum collection. After the caps, we have all the shirts. We also have some of the Baseballism socks here as well. These are definitely, I was gonna say, I think we have had some players wearing these as like lucky socks. We got all the different shirts. This one's a classic. I definitely had that one as a kid, I'm pretty sure.
3 up, 3 down.
Like, yep, and then shout out the bullpen.
Yep.
Love that one. I actually don't have that shirt, but I love all the different styles. I feel like you guys have done a really good job too with like kind of changing the styles that you guys have going. And
honestly,
that's the
to the original, the shirt that kind of made Baseballism just known, and it honestly draws a lot of questions to the non-baseball fans. So it's just one that stands out for our brand.
I was gonna say it makes like baseball players. That's like if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But that was one of the probably the ones I know the most. That when I think of like Baseballism, I connect to that one and like the Griffey shirt. But that's an elite one.
Yes, sir. Here we got our Cooperstown specific shirts. These shirts are only sold here specifically at Cooperstown. Let's talk about the original Baseballism. Shirt's called Original Baseballism just due to the fact that we were the first establishment, opened up in 2014. And this just gives you a view of outside the store and what Cooperstown Baseballism is.
I like this one a lot.
And
so these aren't, you can't get these, can you get them online?
You cannot get them online, only in store.
In person. So I'm bringing one of these back. Maybe this will be one of the ones we'll give away then too. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Then we have our Cooperstown Baseballism script, blue script. This is just nice blue shirt in the summer off the sun, looks nice, and you could only get it. You know, a lot of people visit Cooperstown and they want a shirt that says Cooperstown for souvenir. So these two, we have one in the black and we have one in the blue.
I'm assuming these sell pretty well. I'm pretty sure I've already seen these on.
So these are
the dads, baseball dads.
Baseball dads love them. The family love them. Yeah. Get them for a whole family just to say that you visited Cooperstown, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, these are sick. I was gonna say, I think that again, I've never seen this one. This is definitely one that I'm gonna bring back with me as well. But I think that this might be a really cool one to be able to give away to somebody who's maybe not able to visit Cooperstown. Again, my first time being here, so. But it's super cool that you guys have obviously like this specific to here.
Yep.
But I've definitely seen a lot of baseball dads already wearing this one. Definitely your Cooperstown shirt to grab.
Definitely your Cooperstown shirt to grab.
Behind the counter, we have our giant Baseballism, as well as the logo. And the one thing you just told me that was super, super cool is this cutout is actually on the wall autograph that we showed you guys earlier. So it's the exact cutout that they took from this and put it on that wall, which again, I feel like is a really cool like Cooperstown touch.
Yep. But one last thing, you know, for the video, you guys follow me. We have one little secret spot for the kids They love it.
All right.
They love the pins, you know, they love trading, you know, a big part of Cooperstown and All-Star Village is trading pins, so.
Oh, whoa, dude.
You know.
Oh, this is crazy.
For, you know, 2024.
That's
is
wild.
all the teams we give a Cooperstown Baseballism experience when you guys sign up on the website or email cooperstownbaseballism.com.
No way.
You know, you guys come in and you guys get to put a pin up on the wall. Hall of Fame 2024 pins. Now we're starting our 2025 collection.
Yep. All right. Pins has been one of the parts of All-Star Village that I I knew a little bit about. I didn't know how serious all the kids took it. Cool seeing all the different ones, not only the team ones, but I mean, like, this one's crazy.
This one is pretty crazy.
That one's kind of wild.
Kids like the Shohei Ohtani one.
Ohtani one's tough. This one, the smallest one, is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, no, the pins have been super, super cool. Well, yeah, this is a good little secret Baseballism room. Got all the pins on the wall. Do you have a favorite, a single favorite pin in here?
Where is it?
Because there's so many.
So I personally did a tour with this team, and this team was a good group of kids. Yeah. USA Prime team.
Oh, okay.
The Prime model last year, that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool. I know for a fact that one was a highly sought after pin. Because I've had kids ask if I have a Prime pin, and that's not even from this year. So that's super cool. Looking around, there's two that are kind of wild. So first one that we got is just absolutely insane. And then down here, we have arguably, this has to be the biggest pin that I've ever seen. This is like a giant belt buckle. So those two are kind of standing out to me. Those are pretty wild. I know for a fact that those would be traded after. Pin wall sick. The pins have been a very popular thing, but now it is time. We're gonna be doing a shopping trip for one lucky baseball fan, and the rules are gonna be simple. We're gonna find one baseball player who is not wearing a Baseballism hat, and if they're willing to trade their hat for this, not only are we gonna give them this hat, but we're also gonna bring them in, and they're gonna go on a little bit of a shopping trip. How you guys doing?
Yeah. How'd you guys do yesterday?
We ended up losing the night game. Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough game, but they're from Sacramento. I forget the team. Yeah, they were a very good low seed. Actually, I was gonna say, do you have a moment?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm actually making a YouTube video, and I was gonna ask you if you'd want to trade your hat for this hat.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And if you're down, we're making a YouTube video doing a facility tour, and whoever said yes to trading the hat is actually gonna get to go in and get a shopping trip in the YouTube video, and it's gonna be all covered and paid for by Baseballism. That sound good?
Yeah.
You in?
Yeah.
Got a thumbs up? All right, here you go. There you go. I'll let you keep your team hat too. I don't actually need to keep this one, but cool. All right, we'll take you in and we get a shopping trip in. What's your name?
Jackson.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Aiden. Nice to meet you. We're here with Jackson. We're gonna go in and we're gonna get our shirt, shorts, and another hat picked out. Have you been into the store location yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already came in. Did you already get stuff while you were here?
No.
No? Okay, awesome. All right, well, we got all the youth hats over here, shorts, and some shirts. So you can just look around and see what you like. We'll get you shirt, short, hats, as well as we got some pins and stickers as well, so. First pick of the day, we got the flamethrower hat, which is sick. This is also one that I was gonna grab as well. You like these ones? Okay, so we got the hat and the shorts. Is this the one?
Yeah, I think.
Dude, let's go. I love that one. We got our collection. We got flamethrower hat, shorts. Honestly, this shirt was a good pick too. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, absolutely, dude. Ball players wear Baseballism, so a big thank you to them for having me out. This location was absolutely amazing. We got to hook up a fan, as well as we're gonna hook you guys up. We are gonna pick one winner, and they're gonna get these two hats, as well as the Ken Griffey shirt, and this exclusive Cooperstown shirt as well. So I'm super excited about it. This will be for the winner of the video. You wanna tell the people what to do?
Subscribe.
Let's go. Thank you.